everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Kiwi and I am a 21-year-old stay-at-home mom of a toddler, and I am on a journey of learning how to clean and cook and all of that fun stuff. So I hope that you're here to stay and watch me throughout my journey. And if you are and you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn the notifications on and join me along my journey to becoming a better person. So this clip was at the end of a day and I did the dishes just before I went to bed. So I wanted to get those done right away, just so that I could relax and kind of wake up to a clean kitchen. I've been trying to stay on top of dishes every single day. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I struggle with dishes and dishes often pile up in this house. So it's been nice that the last week or so that I've been trying to keep up on them. And it's just been such a breath of fresh air. There's just something so nice about waking up to a clean home and a clean kitchen, especially because then you can make breakfast and coffee and all of that, and just it starts the day out great. And I know a lot of you guys have been telling me to get back into a routine and get used to cleaning every single night so that it'll be easier on myself. And I'm finally getting into the groove of things, but hopefully it stays that way because we've been getting sick. I was sick the last 2 weeks with a stomach bug, and my husband recently brought home a cold. So hopefully I don't catch that, but chances are I will because my son already has it. So it's been quite a crazy few weeks. So recently I've been getting several comments on people not liking my music that I put in my videos, which is normally just like a pop, upbeat kind of dance vibe. So I guess some people just don't like that. So I did a poll on my little community tab and asked y'all what kind of music you'd want to see. And there was almost a tie between keeping the same music I already have as well as lo-fi. So I am trying lo-fi in today's video to see if you guys like that. I'm thinking that I will switch back and forth between videos and just kind of alternate to make it a little bit even, but let me know in the comments which you would prefer. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to find lo-fi music that would get people into the vibe of cleaning, but hopefully this makes everyone happy. So I hope that this helps. And I also want to mention that for some reason in this clip, my camera makes it look like my hair is blue or black, and it's not. My camera is just low quality, and I'm hoping to get a new camera sometime soon, but it just keeps getting pushed back, which happens. That's okay. So my hair is not blue. I did not dye it blue. It's not black. It's the normal brown that it is all the time. So this next clip is the next day, and yes, I am wearing the same clothes as I was the day before. The day that I filmed this was one of those days where it was so hectic with my toddler, where I didn't even get a chance to brush my hair or get changed or anything. And so it just completely slipped my mind. It was just a crazy day. But I wanted to make some homemade chicken noodle soup, so that's what I'm doing here. I started with 2 cups of flour, or 4 cups of flour, sorry, and then added 4 eggs and whisked the eggs in the middle of the well, and then added a little bit of water. I can't remember the exact amount, but I'll try to put the recipes in the description. And then I slowly started adding the flour into the egg mixture. So this is what I'm doing here. And this recipe was so good. We ended up finishing almost all of it, and there was hardly any leftovers left. So I definitely recommend this for dinner. It took me about, I want to say about 2 hours. So it wasn't too bad. It was homemade, so it's worth the time. And I just love it. It reminds me of my grandma's cooking, even though I don't have her specific recipe. I found this one on Pinterest and it's pretty darn close. So this is the first time I've made homemade pasta, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So here I'm just adding a little bit more water because it was still a little bit dry and it needed to form a dough. And then after I form a dough, I put a towel on top and started cutting my veggies for my soup. So I've been working on just learning how to cook, and I want to start incorporating more homemaking skills. I want to learn how to do all the things that are important to know. So I want to learn how to sew and especially cook and garden and all of that. So this is my start on trying to be a really good homemaker. And eventually, my goal is to have a little farm. I did grow up with chickens, and it was just nice to have eggs right there, laid every single day, fresh, and they're organic and healthy. So it's just that's the goal eventually. But for now, I'm just starting in the kitchen. I have a little bit of a skill when it comes to cooking. I was taught by my mom and grandma a little bit, especially when I was younger, before my mom went to nursing school. And I'm very thankful that I know a little bit. As long as I have a recipe, I can follow it and make it, and it turns out pretty good. Of course, sometimes there's those times where you follow a recipe and it just doesn't come out quite right. So that's when practice comes in, and then practice makes perfect. So I'm glad I'm able to follow a recipe pretty well. I know that some people don't do very well following a recipe and stuff. So I'm thankful that I do have a little bit of skills under my belt. So this will make it easier for me to learn. And my next project that I want to learn how to do is make bread. I've heard it's pretty easy overall. So I'm excited about that. I always love a good homemade piece of bread. So here I'm just rolling out my dough. It said to roll it out and let it dry for a few minutes. And so that's what I'm doing here. And then after I rolled it all out, which it made a lot more dough than I realized it would. So we had a lot of noodles. But the next thing I did after this was add the veggies to the pot and start kind of simmering them and making them a little bit soft. And then after that, I added 8 cups of um, chicken broth, and then I think I did like 4 cups of water, maybe a little bit more than that, and let that boil while I cut pasta and my husband shredded chicken into the soup. The chicken we used was just a rotisserie chicken from Walmart, and so that's what we did. It made it a little bit easier. I think we used about 1 and a fourth of a rotisserie chicken. And this soup was very little broth and veggies and mostly chicken and noodles, but it was still delicious. So I'm happy that I made this homemade soup this day. So after we added the chicken, I added the noodles one by one. And like I said, there was quite a bit of noodles. So it took a little bit of time to add them all to the soup, but it was just so good and very filling. A small amount of this soup filled us up quite a bit. So the only thing I would change is I wish I had more broth. I only bought two of these little cartons over there on the left, and I wish that I added more vegetables, but overall, it was a pretty good recipe. So while the noodles were finishing up cooking, I wanted to clean up behind myself so that it would be easier clean up after I ate dinner. And this definitely helped. Even just the little bit of cleaning that I did do was more motivating later on after I had dinner. And so I'm glad that I did this, and I want to start doing this more when I cook because clearly I leave behind a huge mess when I'm cooking, but as long as I'm cooking a homemade meal, I'm thankful. So, like I mentioned, this day was a hard one for my little one. He was grumpy, clingy, and throwing tantrums all day. So, by the end of it, he was done with me cooking and not giving him any attention. So, I just held him and he helped me put away the dishes, even though he just kind of watched me, which is okay. And then I ate some dinner and it was absolutely delicious. And then I took a shower, put him to bed, and cleaned up the kitchen for the night. Y'all, I don't know what it is about my camera making black things or dark colored things purple. This shirt looks blue/purple on camera, but it was actually black. And so I don't know what's going on. I've given up at this point, but I just think that's so crazy that this looks like a bright blue color and it's just not. That's not how it was in real life. So, how is everything going for everyone who is watching this video? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. Like I mentioned, this weekend I've been taking care of my sick little family, but I'm happy to do it because they took care of me for 2 weeks while I was sick. So, I'm just taking care of my little family. That's kind of why I made chicken noodle soup because it's just full of nutrients that you need when you're sick. So, that's what I've been up to. And I've also been slowly getting my son's decorations for his room put together. I'm doing all of his decorations by hand. I think I only bought like one thing from Goodwill, but it's all hand painted and I'm very excited for that video to come out. Stay tuned in the next few weeks. It's been quite the process. It's a big project, but I'm very excited. So, we're doing a little bit of a bluey theme, so I've been painting his paintings and all of that. So, that's fun, and I'm also hoping to hand sew him a beanbag as well. I can do a little bit of hand sewing, but I want to learn how to use a sewing machine because I know that would make my life so much easier. Does anyone else have a little bit of a hard time cleaning these waffle makers? I always try to clean it in a way that doesn't get the cord wet, and I'm sure there's a way that you can take this apart. I don't know how to do it, but in this waffle maker, we actually made something new. We made some like spaghetti waffles. So basically, you take white bread and, butter it up with garlic and stuff, and then put it on there, put on spaghetti and cheese, and then another piece of bread, and then waffle it. And it was actually pretty good. Um, I don't know if I'd do it again because the mess was just too much, but everyone seemed to like it for the most part. Um, there's definitely a few things we needed to tweak with it, but it just looked so good. I saw the idea on Facebook somewhere and I was like, we have to try this. So it was one of those nights where my kiddo was in bed and we just mainly focused on getting him fed before bed and didn't make a whole dinner. So last minute we decided to put that together. So it was good, but like I said, the cleanup was just not worth it. So as you can see, my living room is totally trashed. You can tell my toddler had a blast. He's at this age where he just gets into anything and everything and just kind of pulls toys out, plays with them for 2 seconds, and moves on. And I'm looking forward to him having his own space so that he can mess up his room and then clean it along with me. And then I have my living room back. And I'm also looking forward to him moving out of our bedroom because I want to put my desk in our room. And if you're new here and don't know, I am currently living with my mom because things got scary where we were living. And so we needed a quick place to move out. And so now we're just here to save money for a while and get back on our feet. So it's been quite the adventure. There's three of us crammed in my childhood bedroom, and a lot of people have asked me why I don't film myself cleaning my bedroom very often, and it's because there's always someone sleeping in my bedroom. Either my son is taking a nap or sleeping all night, or my husband is sleeping because he works night shift, so he sleeps all day. So it's been a little bit tricky, but having my son in his own room will definitely help make things a little bit easier. And I can just kind of hang out in my room if I want to. You know what I mean? There's just something about folding laundry on your bed that is just so much better for some reason, at least for me. So I'm looking forward to that, but hopefully within the next year we can, move into our own little place because, of course, there's feelings of being like, okay, so I feel like at this age, it's normal to move back, especially with the economy right now. But I don't know, there's just something that makes me feel bad about myself for living with my mom right now. And I'm very thankful I have shelter, and I'm thankful that my mom offered this place for us to live in since we had to break our lease. But I just, I'm looking forward to feeling like I'm an independent adult, if you know what I mean. So, a way I'm hoping to speed up the process of saving money and all that is to flip furniture. I am a very creative person. I love creative projects, and I think flipping furniture would be a good way to make extra money and then give me a creative outlet that's profitable because I'm a little bit of an artist. I'm not the best artist, and you'll see when it comes to my son's decorations and stuff. But um yeah, so I'm a little bit of an artist, but I'm not talented enough to sell paintings alone. So I think painting furniture and flipping it and like revamping furniture would be a good thing to do for me because I can do that. And it will look professional, you know what I mean? So if you guys want to see content of me flipping furniture, let me know and I can film that as well. I think that would be such a fun series to watch. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. So, yeah, just let me know. There was this girl that I saw. Um, it was on Facebook Reels, but I'm sure she was on TikTok and everything, where she was flipping furniture to buy herself a car. And in 8 furniture flips, she got like $2,000. And I know that's probably not the expectation for everyone who flips furniture, but it just seemed like a good little option for me to make a little extra cash because we definitely need it right now. So, yeah. I hope you guys like this before and after that's coming up, and I am glad I finally cleaned the windows on this china closet. I didn't really clean the inside on the side windows, but that's okay. I'm just glad I finally did it. But this is a big transformation, and let me tell you, I felt so good afterwards. Like, as soon as I was done cleaning the living room, I just kind of sat down and lounged because my son was taking a nap, and I just relaxed. I could have moved on to the bathroom right away and just got it done, but no, I wanted to sit and relax, and I think I deserved it. So, I'm so just looking at this just warms my heart. It's already a disaster again since my kiddo woke up, so mom life. That's okay. I will one day have my own clean space that will stay clean, but now's not the time, not until he's older, so that's okay. I'm just enjoying this little season of my life right now. So before anyone mentions it, and I know I might get some mentions on it, some people have already commented about it, but my carpet is not stained and it's not gross, I promise. It's just an ugly pattern. This house belonged to my great grandmother, and they just put together, they literally built this house with what they could, and they were in the Depression era, so it's pretty impressive what they pulled together. I think this house is beautiful. And so I had someone who said that my carpet was disgusting and I needed to get CPS called on me for it. And I just think that's so funny because it's literally just ugly carpet. And one day I want to get myself a carpet cleaner. We have one, but it's just super old, and I would like to have my own to move with me in my future house. So hopefully one day I'll get a carpet cleaner. But here I asked my husband to clean the bathroom because I was exhausted after a long day, and he happily did that. And so thanks to him for cleaning the bathroom because it's one of my least favorite things to do. The moment my husband realizes that his face is on camera when he's cleaning the mirror is just so funny to me. The moment he realizes it, he's just so upset and he's like, "No, don't put this in the video." But he knew I was going to and he didn't mind, but he was just joking. And I just think it's so funny. You can literally see his reaction as soon as he realizes. Alright, so this is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys more than you know. You guys are the reason that I am still going with my cleaning journey. There has been times that I've definitely wanted to quit, but I didn't want to let you guys down, so thank you. You guys mean so much to me. And I really hope that my video provided lots of motivation today, as well as provided a good, yummy recipe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!